Hi everyone, my name is Umesh. Today I will talk about record type, which is the one of the important feature in the C Sharp 9. So you might be wondering what is record type and how it will help for you as a developer, right? So basically, record type is nothing but it's a new way to define the class. Okay, so instead of writing class and instead of writing the so much of code inside the class, you can use the record type, right? And in with the record type, you will get lot of additional functionality like value based equality, immutability, deconstructor, and the toString, right? So let's break it down. Okay, so let's start with the defining the record type, right? So if you take example here, I have defined the class, and the class has a two properties, first name and last name, and then it has a constructor where we are assigning the first name and last name value, right? For similar thing, I have declared the record type. So to define the record type, what you have to do is you have to define the accessor type, and then you have to use the record keyword, and then you have to give the record type name like how we define in the class, and then you have to define the properties which you want in the your record type, right? So you might be thinking, this is a kind of function, right? But this is how you have to define the record type, right? But it's not like you can define the properties. You can define the function, or you can use the inheritance with the record type. If you take example here, right, I have defined the teacher record type, and then I declared the property inside that, and then I declared the function, right? So this is about how we define the record type. Let's move on and try to instantiate the record type, right? So if you take example here, so what I'm doing here is like the class, right? I'm trying to instantiate the record type, and since record type need two properties, right? First name, last name. So I'm just passing the first name, last name, and I'm getting this record type object, right? So this is how you can instantiate the record type. Okay, and the pass the properties which is required for by the constructor, right? So let's move on to the value based equality, right, which is the important feature of the record type, right? So if you know, like in the class, right, so when you do the equality check, it compare based on the reference, right? It doesn't compare on the value. But in the record type, actually what it does is it will compare the equality based on the value, right? If you take example here, so what I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to serialize the record type object, and which will get the JSON, and then I'm just printing here, and then I'm trying to deserialize, and then I'm just checking both the objects, right, whether equal or not, right? Since it is comparing based on the value type, it should return the true, right? So let's go ahead and run it. Okay, so solution is building now, and let's see the output. Okay, still going on. Okay, let's wait for a few seconds. Okay, all right, so I think now it will show the output. All right, so it's about to show the output. Okay, let's see. Okay, so if you see here, first what I'm doing, I'm just displaying the serialized JSON for the record type, and then I'm comparing the serialized version and deserialized version. Okay, and now we are getting the value as a equality value equals to true, right? The reason it is getting true is because it is comparing based on the value, not the reference type, right? Okay, let's close this and let's move on to the next feature. Okay, so next feature is immutable, right? So by default record type is immutable. So what do you mean by the immutable means, actually you cannot change the value, right? So if you take example here, if I go here and if I change the value of property, right, you will see the error here, right? So that means by default record type is a immutable, right? You cannot change the value, right? But what there is another alternative way where you, if you really want to change the value, what you can do is you can use the with expression, and then actually you can give the property name and you can change the value, right? So this is how you can change the value if you are using the record type, right? And the next feature is the toString. Okay, so where you can just print all the values of the record type, right? So let me just go ahead and run once again. All right, so if you see here, when I did the toString of for the record type, it display all the properties and their value, right? So this is how you can use the toString. Okay, so these are the all the important feature about the record type. I hope this will help you. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you.